Hi! Sorry, take stuff a little bit. Greetings, gaming community and all those who are watching. This is FoxGamer3968 making yet another YouTube video. Now, you may be wondering, why am I dressed up with this, and why do I have this? Well, that's because we're playing Baldur's Gate 3. And in case you're wondering, yes, I am going to move my head, because it's going to get in the way. Just 1 second. Okay, I really hope that it all went in there. So yeah, I'm dressed like this, armor going on, bracers. Not sure what to call this exactly. A scarf, maybe, and Tana with a double-edged tip. And in case you're wondering, yes, it is metal. Just thought I'd create a little bit of a different appearance. This is actually something that I wore for a cosplay, for the most part, when I went to a Comic-Con. Now, before we dive right into this, I will tell you now, I have played this game before, so I know what to expect. And yes, I'm turning on these sensors because I don't want to be shut down from streaming ever again. So yeah, well, I don't mean ever again. I mean, I don't want to be shut down, period. Sorry. And yes, there is more to this attire. In fact, when I dressed up, there was a belt that had a sword holder here and a bottle holder here with a thing for a wand. But that's not the case now. Mostly because I'm sitting, I'm not standing, so it's going to get in the way. And no, the clothing isn't exactly what I wore to Comic-Con. I had a different shirt on that fit more of the theme. Anyways. Extra strong. What's the select? Stick selection. Determine which stick is used to select objects when exploring the world. Now, I looked at my controller for a second because the adaptive triggers is on and off. Those of you that don't know what adaptive triggers are because you don't play the PlayStation 5, it's resistance whenever I press this. I notice it when I play Call of Duty. Sorry, I need to make an adjustment. Ow! This may be stupid, but let's give it a shot here. This is not going to be easy. It's too much weight. Okay. There you go, now you can see me a little bit better. So what I did was I put a light behind my camera so you can see me a little bit easier. Now, since it's on the same platform and it's rather soft, if I bang too hard on it, the light will knock over, which means I have to pick it back up, so I'm going to try and take it easy with what I'm doing. This, now, I'll say this now, at first I thought this was kind of stupid, the limitation of autosaves, until I thought more about it. And service. Of course I want that on. And people no doubt abuse the system of saves to try and correct mistakes. I know I do that too. You know, I am guilty. Fortunately, it's just through the auto saves and the quick saves. The regular saves, the only limit is the storage. And I know this from experience as well because I maxed this once on a different player. Oh, speaking of players. Box. Oh. Why do I have that off? Eavesdrop. I have that off the entire time? Bloody hell. I haven't been paying attention. Oh yes, the now I'm used to playing the American version of D&D. Okay, this is going to be quick, I hope. Don't knock the cord. Okay. Not gonna tick. Sorry, I'm trying to find something. So far I'm finding everything but that. Yeah! Just kidding. No, that was not what I was looking for. What I was trying to find was my PHB, because, well, doesn't matter. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm used to playing the American version of D&D, so, I've been on the, Imperial system, which, yeah, it changes measurement displayed in tooltips. Does not impact the gameplay, except for when you're doing combat, because the distance is measured differently. In American D&D, it's 30 feet. In European D&D, it's 10 meters. And when I say 30 feet or 10 meters, that's movement. That's how far you can go across the board. Comic dice, yes, are on because it's a pain in the ass, and if I fail too much, I might break my that's good. Yes, to all that. I don't know what that is. So, the center cinematic audio, it basically means whenever characters are speaking, I can hear in both ears, depending, like, doesn't matter whether they're on my left or my right, but when it's when it's off, if a character's to my left, I hear them through the left ear stronger. If they're to my right, I hear them through the right ear stronger. This is good for people who are hearing impaired in one ear, but in my case I'm not, so it stays off. Oh. That's also good if someone is hard of hearing in general, but in this case I'm not, so it stays the way it is. North-facing map. When enabled, the map is located at the north, with north at the top disabled. Map rotates the camera. I'm going to keep this off. And there's all of this: inspiration highlights, turn-based highlights, tactical view highlights. Yeah. Hold to end turn. Book text size. I think 64 is okay. Show subtitles on, yes. Show speaker on, yes. Text background. For now I will say yes, because it does make text easier to see. For those of you that have an issue seeing that. 50 is okay. That's a decent size. That works. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh. I think I know what it means with the hotbar in this case, because hotbar is primarily used for PC gamers. You'll see what I'm talking about later on, I believe. this is probably going to be a problem. Ah, there we go. Camera shake, yes. Longer active search. Fine. Colorblind mode. I'm not colorblind, it will stay as it is. For those of you that are, I do apologise. Book text, size. We covered this, it's fine. Wow! Okay! Sure, so this was primarily what I was concerned about, as I mentioned earlier. Yes, this is going to be turned off because I don't want to get into trouble. Yes, I'm going to obviously turn this off as well. Because again, I don't want to get into trouble because I can't blur everything out. Or rather, I don't know how to do that. Settings into private. This means that's a multiplayer. Other players can't. Which means you share everything will seem to public and other players can listen. This actually fits with the plot as well. Now when we get into the game itself, you'll understand why I say that. Okay, so that's how things are going to stay. And we are going to do a new game. Now there's different modes. Balanced is typical. And when I say typical, I mean it's the usual way to play Dungeons and Dragons. Balanced adventure full of challenging choices. This one is difficult. A tough campaign emphasizing strategic combat. Honor. Fraught and deadly campaign awaits. Limited to a single save file. Wow. I believe I have something here. Yeah. Wait, why did I do that? I didn't have to raise my arm to do this, I can just do it now. Custom. Now we're going to do Explorer because I like story more than I like combat. Because it's me. Now, keep in mind, once we start this, it's going to get creepy very fast. You'll see when we get into it. Oh, this looks interesting. Now I remember this creature because of Critical Role. When I first started watching the first campaign, they encountered a creature known as an Illithid, which is a mind flayer. And those things are nice. Now I do recommend you look away because again I can't edit the footage, I don't know how, so this gets disgusting if you're very squeamish like I am. So yeah, it's No, 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 no. I'm not playing it tough. That was just Oh bollocks. My turn now. Yeah. Okay.
Who are you?
Now, yes, I am going to reset the tutorials because I'm playing a new game, so people don't understand. At least those of you that haven't played, you won't understand all that's going on. So yes, reset tutorials. Now, obviously I had to go with custom here because this is not custom. But I will let you watch these. Starting with Astarion.
Hello, darling. Don't be shy. I promise not to bite until we've been formally introduced. My name's Astarion, and I've spent a century stalking the night, hunting for pretty morsels just like you. A man called Cazador made me what I am, kept me like a pet, forced me to do his bidding. No more. The Tadpole's influence broke his dominance over me, and now I can finally pursue the one thing I've hungered for these long, dark years. Revenge. I'm going back to Baldur's Gate to track Cazador down in his lair. I'll be the last thing the bastard ever sees.
Anyways, that's Astarion, the High Elf Rogue. Oops.
Since I was born in the cold reaches of world space, I have known but one purpose. To wield a silver sword and ride a red dragon in service of my regent, the Githyanki Queen Vlaakith. My first step on this path is to slay a mind flayer and bring its head to my queen. There is no flesh I will not carve, and no barrier I will not shatter to see it done. I am the one who sunders. I am the Undying Queen's most unshakable warrior. I am Lae'zel of Kalir.
Indeed. Lae'zel, the new race to Dungeons and Dragons. I say new because it's new to the original set, Githyanki, and she is a fighter.
Well met, stranger. You find yourself in the presence of the renowned wizarding prodigy, Gale of Waterdeep. Please, no need to be intimidated. My virtuosic talents once caught the eye of the goddess of magic herself, Mystra, who named me her chosen, and her lover. Thanks to a slight miscalculation on my part, that relationship eventually soured, as did the greatest of my powers. Now I'm merely a humble wizard on the road to redemption. Unless I can find the path to something greater.
So yeah, that's Gale, the human wizard, who apparently bedded a goddess. What the hell? Wow.
My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shah, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that. My Lady Shah tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it. All I know is that I must bring the artifact I hold to Baldur's Gate, and that nothing can stand in my way. My goddess is watching.
Obviously that's not her name, but we'll go with it because we had nothing else. Shadowheart, the high half-elf cleric with the trickery domain. Now, for those of you that haven't played Dungeons and Dragons, some of these classes, they specify right out the gates. So like, right as soon as you select the class, it gives you the subclass almost instantly.
"7 years ago, I was exiled from Baldur's Gate, the city I call home. My name is Will, but the people of the Sword Coast call me the Blade of Frontiers, champion of the meek, defender of the innocent. The truth isn't quite so simple, but they're right about one thing. I hunt monsters, and I always catch my prey. My latest target is a devil, and I'm right on her tail. Once I'm through with her, she'll never escape the fires of the first hell."
So yeah, that's Will Ravengard. Now it doesn't say his last name, but I know it's already. The human warlock with the fiend patron.
Years ago, I was sold to the Archdevil Zariel. She put a Hellfire engine in my chest and made me her prize soldier. But I've escaped now. Thank you, Mind Flayers. And I've got a few scores to settle. If this engine doesn't burn me to ash first, I'll need people I can trust. An infernal mechanic, and a serious amount of luck. But you know what? I'm not worried. After 10 years in the Hells, I can take on anything. I've got my chance at freedom, and believe me, I'm going home.
So yeah, that's the last one. Karlak, the Tiefling Barbarian. Now it specifies here which type of Tiefling, because this game cares about the differences. Much like if we go back to Shadowheart, the regular game, it doesn't care what kind of half, like what kind of elf the elf half is in the half elf. It just asks half elf. That's it. And then we have you.
My rancid blood whispers to me, kill, kill, and kill again. My ruined body yearns to reap death in this world. And when this foul urge calls, it possesses my whole being. Injured beyond repair. I know nothing besides this. I must resist the dark urge, lest it consume my mind. I must discover who I was and what happened to me before my twitching knife hand writes a tragedy in blood.
The arm, the arm thing just made me think of Ash versus Evil Dead. Because you haven't seen the Evil Dead movies, the original, with the character Ash. His hand becomes infected and tries to kill him, so he just, you know. Except with a chainsaw, not with a machete. So the Dark Edge isn't actually someone that you can collect, it's you. Just a darker version of you. But the average is, the personification that they gave it in this is the Dragonborn Sorcerer. Storm Sorcery. So, yeah. There's not much difference between the Dragonborn body types, male or female. But what I like about this game especially is male, non-binary, and female. It gives you an identity. That's my favourite part. I don't care so much if they say the name or not. What I do care is, because I've said this complaint in Hogwarts Legacy, they don't give the character an identity. It's like the character's not even there. You know? That's just my complaint. Anyways, we have the origins. Now the races. Funny thing, this has all of the base, like the original races from the player's handbook. They have Dragonborn, Gnome, Halfling, Half-Elf, Dwarf, Human, Drow, Tiefling, Elf, and Half-Orc. Now, there's, like in the player's handbook, there's no variation between Drow and Elf. It's all the same. They just specify it in the book when you open it up. In the Elf, there's the sub-races High Elf, Wood Elf, and Drow Elf. It's kind of like Skyrim in that sense. Which is the first thing that I thought, because I played Skyrim before I played Dungeons and Dragons. I didn't start until I was in college, and sadly it was my last year, so I didn't get to play much. But yeah. Since I get a High Elf Rogue, a Tiefling Barbarian, 2 humans, a Githyanki, and a Half-Elf in my party, I just figured I'll go with Dragonborn for now. Now I will make multiple playthroughs of this game because there's more than one option to select. So yeah, Dragonborn. And there's different types too, because that determines the type of breath that you have. There's the Black Dragon, Blue Dragon, Brass Dragon, Bronze Dragon, Copper Dragon, Gold Dragon, Green Dragon, Red Dragon, Silver Dragon, and White Dragon. Now, it also changes the elements. Ice, ice, fire, poison, fire, acid, lightning, fire, lightning, and acid. Which is kind of interesting, because this makes no sense to me. I would think with the Copper Dragonborn, it'd make more sense if it was lightning, because copper's highly conductive. I don't know. I didn't make up the Bronze, I don't know if it's super conductive, but it's their choice, whatever. Silver, I do know is conductive. In fact, apparently I was told that there's silver in technology like this, and in different types of technology. I don't know if it's true, but it's interesting. Now obviously that's the original thing that it chose. I'm going to go with the gold dragonborn, because I can. Now the class. As you can see, there's different types. We have, yes, the barbarian class, which has all these proficiencies. Oops. There we go. We have the bard class. All these types. We have the cleric class. Shit. Yeah, it's I just realized it's not that visible. But yeah, cleric class. Oh, that's how. That makes sense. We have the druid class. Oh yeah, I should probably get these subtitles too. We have the tanks, the bullet sponges of the D&D world. These guys are absolute brutes. They can take down several different people, but as you notice by the stats of the attributes, strength is the highest, intelligence is not. The recommended maxes for this would be strength and constitution. This would be probably what I'd be most like now, but that's because I play music and I can sing. These are the performers of Dungeons and Dragons. Their primary stat would be charisma, because that's their spellcasting stat. Spellcasting attribute, sorry. But dexterity is also a good one for them. Then we have the clerics, the healers of Dungeons and Dragons. Their primary is wisdom, because that's their spellcasting stat, spellcasting attribute. Sorry. I believe the next one is either Constitution or Charisma. I don't remember. But Strength is also a good one, because they can be heavy hitters as well. They just don't have the hit points to back it up. The tree huggers, the nature lovers, the animal friends, the everything about the green. The wilderness, I should say. Don't make comments about the other kind of green, because if it's comments like that, you're done. Goodbye. These are the like, their magic depends solely on nature. Like cleric depends solely on the divine, and bards depend solely upon music. So, you know, la da 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 da. little bit of a performance for you there. But druids, clerics, and bards, they can heal as well. So if you don't have a cleric, a druid or a bard is also a good choice. Next we have the most basic type. Fighter. Now these are the just basic hit and run sorts of guys. Their main stat is typically strength, but dexterity is not something to scoff about, and constitution. There are some fighters that focus on the heavy weapons, and some that just focus on the finesse. So you have some people who are like hack and slash, yeah. Or some people who focus on the finesse, like. Okay. Now to the fighter. Oh yeah, yeah, that's everything that the fighter starts with. Next we have the monk. These are the ninja types, and I do mean that almost literally, depending on the type of tradition that they choose. There's different types like Way of the Four Elements, Way of the Open Fist, Way of the Drunken Master, which it's kind of like Jackie Chan did once. Their primary attribute is dexterity. Next is either intelligence or wisdom. I can't remember what, so it's kind of baffling that I'm looking at this right now and I'm seeing that wisdom is a measly 8. Anyway, next, the paladins. They're not just the holy warriors, they also follow an oath of different types. Now they're one of the classes that you can immediately choose a subclass now. That includes the clerics, I believe the druids, clerics, sorcerers, warlocks. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, this is what they have to start, and their main attribute is charisma, not strength as it says up there. Though strength is a good option because these are supposed to be like the holy warriors, in a sense. Anyway, next we have one of my favorites, the ranger. Think like Aragorn or Legolas, or rather Aragorn with his tracking and Legolas with his longbow. They are also nature based, but they are more nature in sense of the hunt, finding prey. Primary attributes is dexterity, secondary is wisdom, and as the game progresses you'll see why. Passives. Oh, okay. So it gives you the subclasses right off the bat. Anyways, next is the rogue, the sneaky folks. Stabby, stabby, stabby. Rogues are pretty much the stealth types, the criminal folk. primary attributes is dexterity. Secondary is intelligence. Intelligence, you'll understand later. Yeah. You see these people mostly with daggers and whatnot. Then we have the sorcerer. These are the natural born magic types. So they have the arcane magic, but it's within their bloodlines. So that basically determines what type of magic they can use in the long run. Primary attributes is charisma, secondary is constitution, because they are a charisma based spell class. Next, we have the warlock. Now, this is also an arcane spellcasting class, but this is different because they have an otherworldly patron that grants them spellcasting abilities. I also found out something recently that's kind of screwed up in my opinion. The warlock, they have spell slots like the other classes, but when you upgrade to the next spell slot, that's all you get. Just that level of spell slots. It doesn't give you the other options as well, which, what the hell? I don't know, maybe I'm complaining too much. But yeah, the primary is charisma. Secondary, I believe, is either wisdom or constitution. I can't remember which. But, you know. Finally, the only class I haven't played yet, Wizard. Now, these are the not quite Gandalf types, because they're not all old men, but they gain their magic through studying. Like, their magic is learned, and yet they can also reach high level spells. Primary attributes is intelligence. Secondary, I believe, is either wisdom. No, yeah, it is wisdom. But yeah, they're the most weak of the classes. And you can tell by the hit points. If you look at the wizard, if the wizard didn't have a constitution of 15, that would be 6. So here's their base hit points: 6, 8, 6, 8, 10, 10, 8, 10, 10, no, 8, sorry, 8, 8, and 12. So yeah, these are the beefy boys. But what is granted in strength is taken in brains, in this case. So yeah, anyways, that's all the classes we got, and you may have noticed, as I was showing you these cards, they're all different colours. You got brown, pink, yellow, viridian, orange, teal-ish, violet, green, black, red, cyan-ish again, and blue. That's because some of these are as they appear in D&D Beyond. The blue for the wizard, which makes sense. Red for the sorcerer, also makes sense. Black for the rogue, again. Green for the ranger. Viridian for the druid. No. And pink for the bard. The rest I just kind of cobbled together or mixed around because paladins are meant to be holy warriors, and they have different backgrounds. Well, they have the typical backgrounds to them as well. So I went with Violet for that one. Warlocks I just decided to go with Cyan because why not. Monks I went with Teal. Don't know the reason for that either. And I swapped Barbarian and Fighter's colours, because Barbarian was orange, Fighter was brown. So I swapped them like that, because I just felt like it. And Clerics are yellow because it's a star. Even though some Clerics have different domains. In fact, we're going to cover some of this stuff. So, what I mentioned, if you look up at the top, there's different variations as well. So, bards, you can choose the instrument that you typically have on hand, I mean. Clerics, we go to the subclasses. There's the life domain, which is primarily heal. The light domain, which is obvious again, light. Trickery domain, which is the stealth and sneaky bits. Knowledge domain, which is the intelligence that provides some benefits as well. Nature domain, which is one with the trees and the rocks and the birds. My mind just went back to Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I suddenly remember my Charlemagne, that my armies be the rocks and the trees, the birds in the sky. Tempest domain, which actually provides stronger proficiency with weapons, but it's Storm. And the War domain, which is the same thing. That's weird. They took away a domain. The Cleric also had a Grave domain, but it's not there. Then there's the deities that you can follow, which I didn't know. Seluna, Bahamut, Tempest, Tyr, Helm, Ilmater, Mistra, Ogma, Kelemvor, Moradin, Corellin Letharian, Garl Glittergold, Yondala, Loth, Grumsh, Tiamat, Elistre, I believe, Lathander, Talos, Talos, Skyrim again, Timora, and Meliki. Huh. That's strange, they're missing another deity. But some of these names you should actually keep in mind later on in the game. The Druid, the Fighter. This determines the fighting style, it doesn't really act as a subclass. Now the Paladin subclasses, there's 3 here, but there's more in the game. There's Oath of the Ancients, Oath of Devotion, Oath of Vengeance. But there's also Oath of Redemption, Oath of... Oops. Yeah. Oath of Devotion, Oath of Vengeance, Oath of the Ancients. Oh. Never mind. There's also a different oath later on, which is Oathbreaker. That's not one that you particularly want. Now, of course, with the range passives, this is Hunter favored enemies. This is Natural Explorer. Okay, so it's like favored terrain. Now, Sorcerer. There's different types with this. There's Wild Magic, one I will probably never choose. Draconic Bloodline. And Storm Sorcery. Now the Draconic Bloodline will always be my choice because it gives you Fire Breath. And it also gives you Draconic Resilience, as you noticed. And it gives you dragon-like scales covering parts of your skin. So you have a base armor of 13 instead of what you would initially get from this, which is not much. Oh yeah, you also get to choose which kind of dragon breath you have. Yeah, that's all the bases. Then you have the Warlocks, which they have the Fiend, the Great Old One, and the Archfey. What the hell? Oh, that's shit. It doesn't mean much. It's just you know. Oh, they changed it. So that's why. I'm sorry, it was just because I remember there's also the Hexblade and the Undying. No, sorry, the Celestial. The Celestial provides healing. The Hexblade allows you proficiency with martial weapons. This doesn't provide that. Yeah. So to start for this first playthrough, we're going to go with Paladin for now. Because here's the thing. As I mentioned before, each of the other people previous, those are the companions that go with you. So they've already selected many of the races, like many of the classes that you got. As you can see, with Astarion here being black, he's a rogue. Lae'zel in orange, she's a fighter. Gale in blue, he's a wizard. Shadowheart in yellow, this time readable yellow, so she's a cleric. Will in cyan, which is warlock. And Karlak in sand brown, which is a barbarian. The Dark Urge again is you, but you know, that's later on. So right off the bat, it has 6 of the classes chosen for you, and because I like variety with the classes that I play, that means that, sorry. That means that there's instantly 6 classes that I'm never going to choose. So yeah. The Barbarian, Cleric, Fighter, Rogue, Warlock, and wizard, which leaves these 6: bard, druid, monk, paladin, ranger, and sorcerer. What's kind of unfortunate is that there's other classes as well, but this has the base classes, so it doesn't have the expansion, which means that if you play Dungeons and Dragons with Tasha's Cauldron, then you get to play an Artificer, and if you played the Critical Role Dungeons and Dragons, they also have a Blood Hunter. Now I didn't make cards for those because those are expansion classes and they're not available here. Now I'm going to go with Oath of the Ancients Paladin. You will see why. Funny thing, Oath of the Ancients is the nature types. Oath of Devotion is the healer types. Oath of Vengeance is you will die now types. And then of course we have the backgrounds. Now again, there's base backgrounds, and I know that there's base backgrounds because I've been through the book several times. I've verified this, so any backgrounds that are not included in this that I know in the base books, I can tell you right now. Just had to pull it up to make sure. So we got the Acolyte, which is the primary background for a cleric, except the holy types. Insights of religion proficiency. The Charlatan, which is the primary selection for a warlock, deception and sleight of hand proficiency. The Criminal, which is one of the primary sections for the rogue backgrounds. Deception and stealth proficiency. The Entertainer, which is the primary background selection for a bard, acrobatics and performance proficiency. The Folk Hero, which is kind of all over the place. Sometimes it's like it can be a paladin, it can be a fighter, it can be anyone you want. It's your choice. But yeah, champion of the common people. Animal handling and survival proficiency. Guild Artisan, which is the primary background for an artificer, because obviously, insights and persuasion proficiency. Noble, which is the primary selection for a paladin. History and persuasion proficiency. Outlander, which is the typical for druids and rangers, sometimes barbarians as well. Athletics and survival proficiency. The Sage, which is the wizard's choice, because they're the academics. Arcana and history proficiency. Soldier, which is definitely one of the primaries for a soldier, sometimes a paladin as well, but it can apply to any of the other classes as well. Don't think that just because it's the primary for these types that you're limited to that. Athletics and intimidation proficiency, and finally the Urchin. This is also another one for the rogue. Sleight of hand and stealth proficiency. Now the ones that they don't include into this are the Hermit, which is which is the base for which is the main choice for the monk, and Haunted One. Okay, that's right. Now I've been through the player's handbook several times. I know the Haunted One is in that book. But I feel like that'd be a good choice for the sorcerer, you know? Now, why it doesn't include that is, like in this game, is beyond me. It's really weird. And the sucky thing here is that for some reason they decided to include that only, sorry, not include, shift it over to Curse of Strahd, which is weird to me. Another one actually I forgot to mention is the Sailor. Now, like the other classes, that doesn't have a specified, I mean, like some of the other backgrounds, that doesn't have a specified choice. Anyways, we're going with Noble, because I can also tell you the backgrounds of the types. So, can't... Anyways, Karlach, she's an Outlander. Shadowheart, she's an Acolyte. Lae'zel, she's a soldier. Astarion, he's a charlatan. Will, he's a folk hero. And Gale is a sage. So we're going to go with Noble. Now, you can modify, unlike regular D&D, you can modify where the points go in terms of the bonuses, because different races provide different bonuses, which I kind of glossed over earlier, which was rude of me. I'll go back to show you. So yeah, Dragonborns, in this game they changed to the only thing that they provide different is Dragon Breath in this case. Half-Orc, like proficiency in Intimidation, Dark Vision, Relentless Endurance, Savage Attacks. Wait. Ah, that's clever. Yeah. And these two run at 30 feet. The gnome is 25 feet, and you can choose between a rock gnome, forest gnome, and deep gnome. Which again, superior dark vision, stone camouflage, speak with animals, and dark vision, and artificer's lore. Okay, that one I didn't know. Actually, proficiency bonus to history checks. Huh. I genuinely did not know that. Then you got the half thing, which are slightly smaller than gnomes, if you believe that. The hobbits. Lucky, brave, base at 25. You got the light-foot halfling, naturally stealthy, and the sorry. It's not called the Strongheart halfling in PHB. It's called the Stout halfling. Advantages in saving throws. Then you got the half elf, which again, this was not addressed previously, so it didn't matter. High elf, actually you can find out once I go over here. High elf provides a cantrip at base of your own choice. Wood elf, you're faster and naturally stealthy. Oops. Drow elf, it would have all the same proficiencies as a regular elf. So it wouldn't say rapier, wouldn't say short sword, wouldn't say hand crossbow. No. It would say superior dark vision though. But this also didn't matter. The lost spawn of the Saladin Drow. Seldarine Drow, sorry. Instead it would have the same weapon proficiency as the others. Longbow, short bow. Long sword, short sword, long bow, short bow. They just have stronger dark vision because they live in the Underdark, typically. But yes, it's still elven weapon training. You got the Tiefling, which, you know, base racial speed, dark vision, has resistance. Now they have the sub-races, which is kind of funny to me because it makes me think back to Critical Role Campaign 2. You have the regular Tieflings, which are always red. Mephistopheles Tieflings, which are blue. And I'm assuming the Hellish Rebuke is cold. Or the resistance is cold. And then the Zariel Tiefling, which is yellow. Oh, that's the Asmodeus Tiefling. Okay. I'm sorry. Then you have the humans, which I never saw any of these before, like in the player's handbook, even for the variants. So this never showed up. You know, no spear proficiency, no pike proficiency, no halberd proficiency, glaive, light armor, shield. That all depended on the class. Of course, you have the dwarfs. Now these are kind of in the same boat as the halflings. By the way, battle axe, hand axe, light armor, warhammer. Huh. Strange. You have the gold dwarf, shield dwarf, and dwergar, as they say. Truth is, my guess is this is the hill dwarf, and this is the mountain dwarf, because that's what it says in the PHB. The Githyanki are absolutely new to me, so I can't say one way or another whether this is correct or not. But they are martial prodigies. Proficiency with light and medium armor, and short sword, long sword, and great sword. That's fantastic. Dragonborn, it remains though. Okay. Anyways, back to this. Now, you'll understand why I'm doing this soon, but I hate having stats that are in the negative. So when I see an attribute of 8, that hurts, because especially when it's intelligence, because that means my guy's not as smart as some of the others. Anyways, for those of you that aren't aware, the attributes determine the types of bonuses that you get in the role. It's sort of like if you played Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It's the same sort of thing. More than you think, actually. So, like, 10 is base. No positives, no negatives. It's just flat, even, neutral. 11 is the same way, and you only get a bonus if it reaches the next even number. So if it was 8, minus 1. 9, minus 1. 10, neutral. 11 is also neutral. 12 is plus 1. 12 and 13 is plus 1, sorry. 14 and 15 are plus 2. 16 and 17 are plus 3. And then it just goes up until you reach 20. Now, the bonuses. Typically, each race has its own set of bonuses to give out. I'm not sure why it's providing this section in this case, but I'm not going to question it because it's 3 points, so it's kind of a shame that actually no, it's not kind of a shame, it's completely understandable, because if you do the roll system as opposed to point by, people can play with the numbers a bit too much. Anyways, proficiencies. You can choose which you want to be proficient in. So in this case, I'm going to choose to be proficient in what the hell? Oh, right. I said it right because I realized paladins, you can only get athletics, religion, intimidation, medicine, and insight. And I'm only getting bonus to history and persuasion because noble. Now, this will change. This is not stuck the way it is. Anyways, the appearance. Body type stays the same. Identity is male.
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Yeah, there's 8 voice selections. So it goes 1 male, 2 female, 3 male, 4 female, 5 male, 6 female, 7 male, 8 female.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Where to next? What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Now, I'm going to select between 1, 3, 5, and 7 because I'm playing a guy. Because, well, just because, you know, just because I can. And if you noticed earlier, the ladies, they're all stronger than the men. Which is kind of funny because, you know, typically in some games you get the opposite. You get the ladies being the weaker, the men being the stronger, because the men are on the front lines, the ladies are more dainty. Instead, the ladies are the ones in the front, the men are the because if you look at all 3, Gale, Will, and Astarion, they all have an 8 in strength.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
What was that? Hells. Something just woke up down here.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
I think I'm going to stick with this one for now. Faces, it doesn't really matter like what it is, but I'll show you the differences. Head 1, head 2, head 3, head 4. 1 takes it. Now this changes the appearance. Like if you notice as I was going through all the races, like all the types I mean, it had Black Dragonborn, no, that's not it. There it is. White Dragonborn. I can't remember the others. I think this was Red Dragonborn. This might have been Blue Dragonborn. This one's definitely Copper Dragonborn. That one stands out like a sore thumb because it's the only one without the little appearances. But I like this one. Anyways, yeah, there's the Arcuate, Closing Claws, Goblet Handles, Ophidian, Malformed Apex, Quilled Wedge, Reptile Frills, Halberd Blades, Proud Phalanx, Malefic, Spinous Crown, and Predacious Crest. I like this one because it has the sort of thing in the back. Make me feel like I have long hair again. Chin. This is the thing, as you can tell. I'm fine with this because, yeah, big deal. And the jaw, it's kind of like the mutton chops. What's this? Royal Plateau. I'm gonna go with the Jaws of Ruin because it's looks interesting. The Dragon Glass looks painful. Tail style. Oh, there's none. Tail A, Tail B, Tail C. Let's go with B, because I can. Skin color. Now you can choose from these types, but you can also choose others as well. So, just because I'm a Gold Dragonborn doesn't mean I can't choose this. And what's funny is that each of these has its own variation. So if I go back up, so there's Gold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You notice that the highlights are different. Like, you notice under here, it's red. As opposed to, say, like this one, it's more white under, it's more gold on the head. This one, it's more like the gold as a highlight to blue. You got the green undertone. Got more of the violet here. This one definitely has violet highlights. Red highlights, blue. I think it was, I think it was this one that I started with. But, you notice that it's not limited to just this either. Like, there's other variations as well. So, going back down to my favorite color. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, because it's my favorite color, I'm going to go with this one, because it's the closest to the gold highlights. And because I can. Now, eye color. These are all the basic dragon eye colors. I haven't tried these, so I don't know what they look like, just out of curiosity. That is really weird. Okay, so you can't really see it that well, but as it turns out, these other options here, they have sclera to them. Who'd have thunk? Wow, I wasted so much time. Okay, anyways. Yeah. The problem with this is it doesn't show up very well, despite the fact it's my favorite color, so instead, we're going to go with, this, but heterochromia enabled. Because I like heterochromia, it's cool. So yeah, you notice that left eye is cyan, right eye is viridian. Body arts, these piercings. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and that's it. These don't look right on a Dragonborn. Let's face it, it just looks terrible. No eye makeup because it's not that type. Now there's other options here too, but since I turned off the nudity, you can't see them. Sorry. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much everything. So now we name him. Oh yeah, you can get another view of the thing behind my head. So, Gold Dragonborn, level 1 Paladin, Oath of the Ancients, Strength of 16, Dexterity of 12, Constitution of 14, Intelligence and Wisdom of 10, and Charisma of 14 as well. Initiative is +1 because that's dependent upon the Dexterity. And the hit points are 12 because that's dependent on the Constitution, and Paladins are a base of 10. Fire Breath because it's Gold Dragonborn, Lay on Hands because it's Paladin, Divine Sense, again because of the Paladin, and Healing Radiance because it's Oath of the Ancients. And because it's a Paladin, it's all weapons, all armor, and shields. And then there's the skills, which is History, Religion, Insight, and Persuasion, which is everything. So, now I'm going to choose this name because it's a name I typically choose. Now we move on to the Guardian.
You need a guardian. Choose one.
You notice the 2 voices? This is why. So, you also notice 10 races. There were 11 previously. Because there's no... Yeah. Because there is no Dragonborn here. Now, why? I don't know. But, because I can, I'm going to stick with the half-orc. Now again, body type, changes, identity. The identity changes with the body type, you can still select which one.
Follow your instincts. Don't be afraid.
It's so gentle. Stop that voice. I'm sorry.
Remarkable. Truly.
I'm going to stick with this because I can. Face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Skin tone. Yes, you can choose a human skin tone, but I'm not going to because I don't have to. Green. Or grey. Maturity, right. This is an option for the humanoid type. Like the ones that actually look humanoid. You can change the maturity, the slider, so you can add wrinkles to them. Oops. Just because I haven't done the maturity thing for any of them yet. Now the vitiligo, or vitiligo, I don't know how to pronounce this, so if I mess this up, I'm sorry. That changes the appearance of some of them. Like if you remember my gameplay of Call of Duty multiplayer, more specifically the ones with Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, there's a character, Nova. And it's pretty much the same for her. Vitiligo changes the skin tone so that patches of the skin appear lighter than others, like so. And of course you can include freckles, scarring. It actually gives you an option. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Ah, there it is. This might be strange. Usually it's easy to see. Okay, that one's in the nose. That's the head. That one's almost ritualistic. That's like a burn. Now you can't change the intensity, so yeah, too bad. I'll go with this. I'm not going to have heterochromia because I don't have to. Again, this is only for the humanoid looking types, that's why you didn't see it for the Dragonborn. There's all these different options. I'll show these to you because you can't see it because my head's in the way. So yeah, it's the jawline all the way down to the neck. And then there's this. Which is probably going to be the one that I'll stick with. Dreadfog, right. Tattoo color. Green stands. No, doesn't really stand out. Blue does. Teal does, at least. I'll do this because no, actually I won't. Bloody hell. I'll do this. tattoo intensity. That just means like how prominent the tattoo is. Piercings. This time it's on the ears, and I can't select without going through all these. Why not? All of the races have this. It doesn't matter which one. I'll go with that. That one because I can. Tints intensity. Metallic just changes how it looks. Glossy changes how reflective it is. So like if you run a light across it, it creates a luster. I think that's the word for it. Tint intensity. Oh right, that's the lips. Hairstyle. Dragonborns don't have hair, so this is a new one. Yeah, the Dryad. Now again, this you can choose no matter the race, no matter the gender. They can all have facial hair. It's a strange choice, but I get it. Kind of. Ah, it's the highlights, right. Yeah. Graying, that's also, Tony? I wouldn't have it be that strong, but strong enough that it shows. Yeah. And this is pretty much all you can select for the Guardian. You can't go any further with that customization. It just remains as this. So when I say what I say, I mean that nudity thing doesn't apply here. Anyways, venturing forth. Also, I apologize for dragging that out. I promise we're actually going to get to some gameplay here. That's a new one. But you may be wondering, where are we? Well, this is what's known as a nautiloid. And that is Baldur's Gate. Mates? Yeah. The alarm bell. Good God. Oh shit. Oh, that's not good. Ouch. So they leave their homes, riding on dragons. Here's the creepy thing too. The Nautiloid is an organic ship, so, you know, it's Kind of like in Gears of War. And of course the attack even then. It's either Neverwinter or it's something else, I don't remember. Oh shit, that's a wall. The tadpole pulls fun. Welcome to the Hells. It's 3 pillars. Another thing because it fits with Baldur's Gate 3. And of course, imps. Of course it does. So that's it, it's going to switch off.
My head. Might still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked. Someone else got out.
That would be Lae'zel's pod.
Might be other survivors. Not everyone made it out alive.
Indeed.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Now this is actually an interesting thing, because it allows you to make checks with the electronic dice. So, here's hoping.
You notice nothing more than meets the eye.
In this case, yes, but I do know what happens when I do this.
Where the hells are we?
One of the hells. I believe this one is Avernus.
Lucky I made it out.
Right.
Bet that will fit in my back.
Alright. Yep. Got all this equipment. And I can't even read that. Yes, I know what I'm doing. Trust me. And in case you're wondering how you can see this sometimes, it's the right thumbstick. I click and I hold. It shows me some of the stuff around me without having to do a search. Like when I press X to do the perimeter search.
Dead. Good. Wonder who was inside.
Yay! A necklace! Yes, I get it. Oh yeah, my current weapon is a warhammer, which is kind of sad because in Skyrim the warhammer was a polearm, not a hand weapon like a battle axe. But you know. Oh yeah, you jump by pressing the up on the directional pad. Now, watch all that go away.
Odd. I feel better.
Oh yeah, I mentioned, this, I believe, is the hotbar, activated by pressing this. So it can give you all the actions here, other stuff that you can do as well, and items. Okay. Goblins.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
Yep. That's all good here.
A schematic of a nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship.
Right, that's like what I was saying earlier.
Here we go.
I missed before the patches, because I could have read those. By the way, yes, sometimes I will collect junk if I need to get some coin.
A 1,000 years of humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
Okay. Now I go up. This will get a little nasty. Hello, Mernath. Sorry. Someone flinch.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us. Please. Before they return. They return.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation. That's what the perception check would provide.
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
The enemy. So many enemies. Remove us from this body. from this case. Free us, please.
Investigation, please.
Apart from this strange context, you notice nothing unusual about the brain.
The brain has edema. It's a swelling of the brain. Now, I would choose this, but I don't have that, so... I mean, I'm not as strong in dexterity as I am in strength. Oh, this is where it gets gross.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
No.
Free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
Elephant.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
What do I call you?
Us. We are us.
What's at the helm?
The brain tenses, as though querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
Okay, let's go.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Now, there's nothing on Murnath, which... It's kind of funny that they gave some of these characters names, because I'm not going to interact with them all that much. Sorry, my finger hurts. Got a bad cuticle. Anyways, us. Oh yeah, this provides more information. So, conditions, resistances, fire. Notable features, noble, total non-lethal attacks, good sometimes. Oath of the Ancient's Tenants, which I haven't read yet. Kindle the light, shelter the lights, preserve your own light. Light. Draconic Ancestry, of course. Reactions, attack of opportunity, proficiency bonuses, which will go up with each level. Right now it's 4. And then statistics. Size, medium, weight, 200 pounds. Carrying capacity, twice that much. Dark vision range, 7 feet. Fine. I'm not going to complain about that too much. Although, sorry, I will say that's a little more than the size of a Dragonborn can be at max, depending on if you're rolling for the size. Because if you do roll for size for Dragonborns, In the player's handbook that I have, it's 5'6" plus 2d8s. Maximum you can get from 2d8s is 16, and 1 foot is 12 inches. So 5'6", 12 inches, 6'6", and another 4 on top of that, 6'10". Anyways, moving on. Oh shit. Oh god.
Abomination. This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
Who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
What made you think I was a thrall?
We carry Mind Flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, Mind Flayers.
We're turning into Mind Flayers? There must be something we can do.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Right. Combat happens in rounds. And I'm first in line. Oh shit.
No time for mercy.
Oops. Scimitar! Right off the bat. And I can't attack again. Shit. The problem is, Us is basically a familiar, so he can't really pick up anything. Because the only time I can control Us is during combat. Which, technically speaking, is the only time I can control the others as well. I can't reach that.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. Now, to the helm.
In a second. Oh, right. That's what I said. Hand axe. Now, the benefit to the Warhammer, it's 1d8 because I'm holding it in one hand, and I got a shield in the other. If I lose a shield, I have 1d10 because it's like with Lae'zel. The long sword is 1d10 right now until I give her a shield, in which case it will be 1d8.
No one back home will ever believe this.
But the scimitar is a dexterity weapon. No, it isn't. Okay. Not the results I was expecting. I thought the scimitar was dexterity, but no, it's actually strength. Reminds me of this whole thing with the attributes. Actually, no, it doesn't remind me of the attribute. Well, yes, it does remind me of this whole thing with the attributes. It's called the tomato comparison or something like that. Basically, it works like this. You take each of those attributes and you think about how you can use it with the tomato. Strength, how much, like how you can crush the tomato. Dexterity, how you can finagle the tomato, get it off the vine, I guess. Constitution, will you get sick from eating this tomato? Intelligence, can you tell it's a tomato? Wisdom, can you tell if there's anything wrong with the tomato? Charisma, can you persuade someone whether the tomato is a vegetable or a fruit? Now, me personally, I don't know.
She won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
I don't know what the answer is to that last one. Wait. Something doesn't feel right here. Death roll.
Not now. We must go to the helm.
Why not? Let's see what she says.
Control over the ship. Or do you wish to die here?
Touchy, touchy. Truth is, I never really thought about what would happen if I stopped and talked to anyone except for us, because us doesn't really provide much. Okay, so I can't jump across there. To save. Oh, that was creepy.
Ghaik machinery. I can make no sense of it.
I can. That's my friend here.
Get me out! You! Get me out of this damn thing!
We have no time for stragglers.
The construction is too alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
The console appears dormant.
Yes, it does.
The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first. But then you spy an empty socket.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing.
Indeed. And I know where to find it. Why is it called a sphincter? Bloody hell. I know where the key goes to.
Skra. How many hosts of these Ghaik infected?
The number is already too high.
You are beautiful.
That's creepy.
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you. As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
This is going to be gross.
Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
We need to get out of here before it's our turn.
Yes.
Let's see what this does.
Could mean anything.
No traps, please.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod.
What's hiding here?
A brain in a jar.
Now that applies later on. You'll find out why I'm collecting those.
Newborn mind flayer stares at you, weak and dazed.
Fortunately, it will stay in that thing.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life.
Yes.
But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
I know the answer, but please. Come on.
Nothing in the appearance of the device betrays its purpose. It could do anything. It could even transform the occupant of the pod, like what happened before.
It will do this, and I won't even say it, I'll just show you.
Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. It's the parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. Process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
At last. Thought I was done for. Thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
Dude.
You keep dangerous company.
Dangerous company is what you need in the fights.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Okay, let's get going. Zerodone.
Shadowheart.
What's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
Yeah, I'm curious what she'll say.
Something the matter? Besides the obvious, that is.
Yes, Shadowheart. Unusual name.
Pondering my name won't get us off this ship. Let's stow the small talk until we're safe, shall we? right behind you.
Now, on to these first.
Can't read this script. Unleash.
Psionic energy radiates from the prisoners, but they do not react.
Machine made them hostile.
Yep.
Let's do this. Victory awaits. Hitazeth.
Oops, that was an ally. Oh shit. Oh no, no. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Oh.
Nothing will stand in my way.
I'm wearing shades and it's dark, so I can't tell. Oh,
Need to find a way forward.
Bloody hell. Freaking monk. Oh, right, that wasn't it. That was. I'm sorry, Shadowheart. I really didn't mean it. I swear. I feel so bad.
Another brain.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Now I know what those are. But, okay.
We're nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Kanyank.
Now, no, it doesn't provide translation for the other languages that they're speaking. Wait, I forgot about this. So yeah, this is a map of the Nautiloid.
Deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
We need to get out of here, now.
That's we agree.
Time to push my luck again. You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Got to concentrate. Now what might you be hiding?
nailed it.
Take this ship, or Zariel will have your head.
Okay.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. What's in here?
Ready.
Now, yes, I am going to explore every corpse
Victory
to try
awaits.
and
Taking a look.
to collect as much as I can.
Another fight. Let's go.
Okay. Oh hell.
Hurry, before they strike.
And of course there's more. That deals with him.
Stay focused. Worth a rummage.
It. I should say.
I'm fury. I'm death.
Now, if you're wondering the reason why I'm not searching the intellect devourer, it's because there's nothing there to search.
Or your spine is mine.
We're dead. Where do I go from here?
My faith will protect me. On the move.
Alright. Forgot about that. Really?
The furnace is ours!
Can't even catch my breath.
Now again, nothing to do from the insect of ours.
Forward, Istik, before more dragons come. Keep fighting.
Should check for anything useful.
I will ascend. Worth examining.
If I can get there.
Your turn now!
Us will be
Nothing
fine.
important is ever easy.
And I know us will be fine. Oops.
Act fast. I will ascend. On the move.
Oh shit. Well, I knew he he was going to be fine.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Damn it.
The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
My mistake. Connect the nerves. My ancestors. Oh shit. Nailed it. Something in my mouth. Excuse me. Ouch. Locked out there.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull. The chaos of the crash site confuses the landscape. You'll need to find a settlement or landmark, and you'll need to do it quickly. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Actually, what I need to do now is call it back for this stream. Thank you for watching. I do hope you appreciated this video. You can like, you can comment, you can share, so if you want. You can subscribe to my channel or search my channel and find more videos like this. And I'll get back to you more gameplays, vlogs, songs, things like that. If you have any questions, comment below. If you have any suggestions for videos, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, or Discord, FoxGamer39618. And yes, I am going to wait for the sinking
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
to finish up. Okay, so yeah, anyways, that's all I got. Thank you so much. This is Jasper Fox signing out. Cheers and stay foxy.